Hello! In this video we will be creating a tank that accepts input from the player, like so. You steer, you drive backwards, you drive forward, and all this good stuff. So, in my last video I asked for 5 likes so I can do the tutorial. But instead I got more than 10, so I just wanted to say thank you. So without further ado, let's get started. Ooh, this is actually pretty fun. Way better than my last one. Alright, yeah, let's get started. So, if you watch my previous video, actually a couple previous's, yes, one of my tutorials, we cover building working tank tracks, but not really how to make the tank track work with a player input, like a vehicle seat on a car. So yes, so if you haven't watched my other tutorial about how to make tank tracks, go watch it now, because we built something like this. Okay, so I'm just going to stop that. So if you have that, the tank tracks that we built from the other tutorial, we're going to duplicate it and then rotate it, and then line it up. Okay, yeah, this is good. And move it about, let me see here. So now I'm going to duplicate this and scale it out. Yep, like so. Actually, I think I can remove all of these, because they're just decoration, so we don't really need it. So I'm going to scale this out more, because that looks better. I'm going to run and see how that performs. So we've got one track going this way, the other track going that way, so if I unanchor this, it's going to start spinning. No, okay, so we have to weld it. So we got this. I'm going to name this base. I'm going to put all of these, each and every one of them, inside the base. So selecting them all, holding down Alt, Control, and left click, and we throw them all into base. So unanchor that. Then you got this. So now we've got welded. So I'm going to set a primary part for the weld to work. I'm going to set that. What is this name? Okay, we name this base. Okay, so we got base. So set the primary part of base. Make sure the primary part is inside the model. So boom. Then we got that. Now I'm going to set one of these to a negative number and run. Oh yes, I forgot the script. How could I forget the script? Okay, so we're going to copy the script that we used from the last the tank tracks tutorial. Paste that right in. Control Shift and V to paste into. And then we run. And it works. Oh man, this is fast. What the heck? I don't remember it being this fast. Yeah, this is fast. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to take these, the last two at the front and the last two at the back, and move it up 3 times. What's that? Oops. Gotta select them again now. Holding Alt and Control and left clicking, and then go to the Move tool, or you can just click Control 2, which I do. And just move it up here, and hopefully it doesn't mess up with the tracks. Yeah, it's fine. This makes it move a bit slower. Actually, I'm going to leave it down. Okay, so now we're going to add the vehicle seat. So I'm going to right click this guy, and then insert object, and then go down to V, and then vehicle seat. And spawn over there. Gotta select that and bring that over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So rotate this, then we'll go into properties and scroll down and go to surface. We'll just open that and then go to front. Set that to hinge so I can see where the front is. If you want your front to be this way, then the hinge should be pointing that way. If you want your front to be this way, then your hinge should be pointing this way. So I'm going to leave mine pointing this way. It's not directly centered, okay. And then we're going to move the vehicle seat into the base. So it's welded onto that. Okay, so we got the vehicle seat. So if we can go and sit on it now. But if we sit on it and start pressing the arrow keys or WASD, it does nothing. So how do we make it do something? Well, first off, what I'm going to do is remove that hinge because it bothers me. Then we're going to go into the vehicle seat and insert a script. Go to Insert Object and go to Script. And then write the following. Since I want to keep this video short as possible, I won't be explaining every little thing the script does. So we're going to make some variables, starting with local vSeat, meaning vehicle seat, equals the script dot parent. So the script's parent is the vehicle seat. Then we want the vehicle itself. So local vehicle equals script.parent.parent, which is the script's parent, which is the vehicle seat, and the vehicle seat's parent, which is the base, which we will be making the vehicle. So now we're going to drop another line just to make it easier to read. We're going to do local. Actually, no. First, before we do this, we're going to want to set. We'll put this back on. Hinge. We're going to want to set where the hinges are. So I'm going to name this right power, and name this RH. Set this to 0. RH. Left L power. Go to that. Go to hinge constraint. Go to motor. Set that to 0, and put LH. Yeah, okay. So we're going to do the same thing up here, but with different names, slightly different names. So we're going to do R drive 1 or 2 actually. Then go into here and just name this RH as well. Set this to motor and 0. Go to here and name it to L drive and set that. Okay, L drive 2. And then set this to RLH. And then, yes, 0. So I'm going to remove that hinge. Smooth, no, okay, run. Okay, good. So now we're going to do local left drive 1 equals script.parent, or we can just do vehicle dot base. No, it's not. It's not in the base. Actually, yes, it is in the base. Dot left drive. Oops. Where is it? No, it's not. Oops. What the? I deleted this vehicle seat. Left. No, it's not left. Left. It's L. L. Power. No, it's not supposed to. Power is drive. Okay, so anything with power, just change that to drive. Okay, L drive. Why isn't it up? No. Base dot L drive. Wait. This is weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna do script.parent.base.L drive. And it doesn't pick up, so let me see why it does not pick up. Okay, so I'm just going to do script.parent dot vehicle seats dot parent dot left drive. Okay, there it is. So we do script.parent.parent, and we go to left drive. And local left drive 2 equals script.parent parent dot L drive 2 and then do LH. Okay, and then we do it for right, so drop another line, local right drive 1 equals script.parent.right drive dot RH, and local right drive 2 equals script.parent.right drive 2 dot RH, and then I'm going to set the steering variables. So drop a line, local left steer equals script.parent.left drive dot LH. Let's put 1 right there. And local left steer 2 equals script.parent.left drive 2 dots LH. And drop another line, and then local right steer 1 is script.parent.right drive 1 RH local right steer 2 equals script.parent.right drive dot RH. So now we've got all the variables, but it's not going to do anything on its own. So we're going to drop a couple lines. We're going to type in local max speed equals, let's say 40. No, let's do 30. Let's put that right there. Drop 2 lines from here. We do local function on changed brackets property, and then drop a line if property equals 2 equal signs, then quotation steer, because if you go into the vehicle seat, steer is a property, and when you press the arrow keys left or right, or A or D, it will go to 1 or -1, depending on which way. So this does too, but we're not using this, we're just using steer. For now, steer, and we're typing then, and then we're going to put all these variables, all the steering variables inside of here. So we'll do left steer 1 dot angular velocity equals negative max speed, and then we're going to do times vehicle seat dot steer. So it's going to be times 1 or -1, depending on which way you're pressing the arrow keys. I'm going to copy this, and put that down there, put this to 2, and then we're going to do right steer 1 dot angular velocity equals max speed times vehicle seat dot steer. The same thing, right steer 2 dot angular velocity equals just max speed times vehicle seat dot steer. So now if we actually now we're going to put something at the end before we test it. We're going to do vehicle seat dot changed. Oops, changed to connect. Make sure the C is lowercase. On changed. There we go. So all grammar, capitalization, numbers, and everything matters when you're scripting. So don't cut corners. So got this. So it just drives. So normally when you press A or D or arrow keys, it doesn't steer. So what could possibly be the problem? Well, I'm going to remove these negatives, and since earlier when the tracks, when you're running, the tracks, one track was going up and one track was going down, and none of them, the values were on the negative number. So I'm going to remove the negatives and then test again and make sure it works. So it works. It steers like blazing fast, like way faster than my other one, which was so slow that I had to speed up the recording so it looked normal. Yeah, that's what happened when you put teeth and gears for wheels. Okay, so now we want it to drive. It just steers, right? So inside this one, I'm gonna do if property equals, and instead of steer this time, we do throttle, which is another property, which is the drive in the vehicle seat. Then, same thing, we're going to copy all of this, and paste all of that. And then instead of steer, we're going to make it left, drive 1, left, drive 2, left, oops, right, drive 2, right, drive, move this one. And then we have to set these to negative now, so it can go straight. So this will work, hopefully. No, it doesn't work. What isn't it? Why is it not working? So I'm going to go back here and make sure all these variables are set. Okay, so we have this set to steer. So we're going to change this to throttle. All these to throttle and not steer. Okay. Throttle. Okay, so it should work now, hopefully. Yes, so it works. Yep, that's about everything. You can actually stop the tutorial here, but I'm now going to test this and see if what happens if I will move these up. Maybe you'll climb like blocks better or something. Yeah, so it's up like this, but does it increase speed? No, it actually lowers the speed. So maybe I can move these two down. Actually move these down, because it's in the back, right? Move those down. Play here. And yep, this looks like the optimal setup. So we got the steering. It doesn't steer that good now, does it? So yeah, let's move these down too. I want to make a little obstacle course and see how that performs. So I'm going to pause the video while that. Okay, so I created the little obstacle course that I forgot to anchor. So let me go and anchor that. Play that. Okay, so now let's see if it. Okay, so let's see if it works. This is going crazy fast. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, so let me move this over just a little bit so I don't have to go steering all over the place to get up there. I doubt it's going to scale that hill up there because it can. Whoa, it scales this one pretty nicely. Okay, go. Yeah, I also set the friction on this to max, so it's no sliding steering and stuff, so it's quite a dry steer. So I'm going to try to maneuver myself to this one. Yep, it can scale it. Yeah, come on, nope. Yes! Can it? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. It scaled it and it got stuck. Or maybe you can try scaling this or not. Oh, whoa, yeah. Anyways, yeah, you can just play around with that. You can make actual tanks with that. I might do a tutorial on how to make a turret. Even though I haven't really showcased that, I might do that. And anyway, thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for other showcases, interesting Roblox physics, and stuff like that. Okay, bye.